Hey everybody, now we're going to finish up the review for 2.1 to 2.3. So the circumference of a ball for a sport played by college women must be between those. What absolute value inequality represents the circumference of the ball? So on this one, your goal is to find the tolerance and find the ideal. So I like to do high minus low divide by 2. So 33 minus 25.5 divide by 2. So here, just a quick teaching moment. You need to do parentheses if you're going to do it all in one step. And so I get 3.75. See, if I had just did 33 minus 25.5 divided by 2 with no parentheses, I get 20.25, and see how I interpreted it. So that's wrong. So make sure you use parentheses. So now what I do, that's my tolerance. For my ideal, I like to take my low end plus my tolerance. So that's 25.5 plus 3.75. So you get 29.25. So now this is C minus the ideal less than or equal to your tolerance. So you get your 29.25 here and your 3.75 there. Okay, on our next one, solve the inequality, graph the solution. So we add 14. So we've got the absolute value 2x plus 5 less than or equal to 11. So then we go negative 11 less than or equal to 2x plus 5 less than or equal to positive 11. And then just solve it. Negative 16 less than or equal to 2x less than or equal to 6. And negative 8 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 3. And so then that would be the C graph. 3 is pretty close. And this, if you count over, is negative 8. This is or, this is or. Yeah. Okay. So this one looks like they would have made a choice for if somebody had a sign mistake with negative 3 and positive 8. So, all right, next. Our next one is another absolute value with greater than. So remember, like we've been saying, great or. So you have negative 2x plus 8 greater than 1, or negative 2x plus 8 less than negative 1. So subtract 8. Negative 2x greater than negative 7. And negative 2x less than negative 9. So remember, we're going to multiply, actually we're going to divide by a negative, switches the direction. And so we go from greater than to less than here. x less than 7 halves, and on this one, x greater than 9 halves. So that'd be this one. So to the left of 3.5 basically, and to the right of 4.5. 1, 2, 3.5. 7 halves, which is 3 1/2, and 9 halves, which is 4 1/2. So that's that graph. And we want x less than 7 halves or greater than 9 halves. So again, this would have been the and, which is not the right answer. And this is the or, because if it's greater than, it's great or. Okay, on this one, your tolerance is small. Tolerance is always on the right, is small and on the right. So your 0.49 is here, and your 9.76 is there. So that's your absolute value inequality. Now for this one, what we do is we say x minus 9.76 less than or equal to 0.49, and put a negative 0.49 here. And then just add, so you get 9.27 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 10.25. So again, if you want to double check, negative 0.49 plus 9.76, that's your 9.27. And then this one is just straight addition, so I'm not going to type that. Alright, number 17. 3 absolute value x minus 6. So this is like a vertical stretch of 3 and down 6. So your domain would be all real numbers. Let's pick the correct graph. Three absolute value x minus 6. Okay, so it's the V graph like that. If it were negative 3, it'd be down. And so between these two graphs, that's the C graph because it's lower. Okay, so then your range would be bracket negative 6, comma infinity, since it's y greater than or equal to negative 6. But this is the format we want because it says interval notation. Then for our x-intercepts, we can go to our table, see if we're lucky. If not, well, there's one of them, 2, 0. Yeah, there's the other. Okay, so we were lucky. So it's plus and minus 2, comma 0. It says use a comma to separate answers. So negative 2, comma 0, comma 2, comma 0. and it does want the ordered pair. There's only one y-intercept, and that'd be the -6. So 0, -6. And it's symmetric to the y-axis. So it's the line x equals 0, since it's the y-axis. Okay, number 18. Graph the absolute value function, then analyze the minimum and maximum. So this one does have a negative sign, so I know it's going to be down, and then it's going to be up 9, which is this one. Negative absolute value x plus 9. So that's that one. Now it wants you to focus on the interval from 0 to 2. So this is the max, this is the min on the interval. So the max is 9, and then the min is -2 plus 9 is 7. So we get 7 and 9. Or you can count, but 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, yeah, they're counting by twos. So pay attention to the scale factor. They're counting by twos. And so that's why it's better to plug it in. Since I have a tiny bit more time, I'm going to go to show you this. Menu, graph entry, relation, x equals 0. So that's that one. And x equal 2. That's that one. Menu, analyze, intersect. The graph I'm interested in is this one and this one. That's 2, 7. So it's asking me first corner and second corner. So basically that's what I wanted. So you don't have to use the graph, that's just bonus. But I'm just trying to emphasize 0 to 2. Okay, now for our last one. A remote control car moves towards a wall, stops, backs up, and stops. You want your domain and range and inequalities. So for your x values, it looks like it's going from 0 to 12. So that's C. For your range, it's going from 0 to, from 3 to 11. The x-intercept does not exist. There's no x-intercept because it doesn't cross. The y-intercept, what the x-intercept means is that the distance from the wall is never 0, so it never touches. The y-intercept is 0, 11. It wants that ordered pair. And so that means that it starts at a distance of 11 inches from the wall. So again, just based on the y-intercept, this is 11. Then what are the maximum and minimum values? The minimum was 3, and that's in inches. So compare seconds to inches. We needed the inches. And then the max was 11 inches from the wall. So it means the max, hold on. Both of these are 3, and both of these are 11. Because this is minimum and minimum. This is maximum and maximum. Then they want the function. So this is going to be x minus a plus b. So what we're doing is for the a, that's going to be the 11 minus 3, which is 8. So basically your max minus the min, and that's 8. And then the b is going to be 3. So we have the absolute value, x minus 8 plus 3. And they already have the f of x equal. Alright, so that's the end of the review.